Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Benton Blakeman. I am the co-founder of the Hand History Lounge, along with Andrew Nemi. Hand History Lounge is a site where we review members' hand histories, give them professional feedback. I am a living and breathing poker professional in Las Vegas, specializing mostly in 5-10 no limit. I play pretty much daily at the Bellagio, along with Andrew. I'm sure you guys have seen his vlogs. Anyway, today I'm going to record some live cash sessions, or online cash game sessions, on WSOP.com. It is 9:55 in the morning, and unfortunately, this is a pretty dead site in general, but especially at 9:55 in the morning. So we have the four biggest limit tables up. But unfortunately, that's a 25-cent, 50-cent no limit game, two 10-cent, 20-cent no limit games, and a 5-cent, 10-cent no limit game. But we're still going to try to make some hands. We're still going to try to play correctly. We're still going to try to get into some concepts and hopefully learn a little something as we go, or at least have a little bit of fun. I may try to pause the video occasionally if there is some super slow lulls in action. I don't want to make you sit here and just stare at the screen or stare at me or whatever. So if you see it jump around occasionally, it's mostly because of that. Anyway, here we'll call table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4. Table 1, we're going to go ahead and just make the call from the big blind. I think some smaller suited gappers we could consider squeezing. This one plays pretty well, getting a pretty good price. So we'll go ahead and make the call and take a flop. And we'll be checking. Pocket fives on table 2. Raise it up 3x. Button and small blind call with pocket fives. We're going to go ahead and check this flop. Not going to bet three ways. Turn an open ender. I think with our showdown value, there's still no reason to really bet here. I think all better hands will be calling us. All worse hands will be folding. I think it's okay to check. And occasionally the button can stab, and we can just pick up some button stab money. Give it a call. We will check the river. And with a diamond, I think this is a pretty cool spot just to go ahead and check raise him. The pot is 40. We've got 48. We shall send it all in there. Fold. It's my Doug Polk impersonation. Fold. Table 1, flop an open ender. Leading out, betting half the pot. Oh, we got it through, guys. We got it through. And we get rewarded with the 2 aces. Raise the pot. Pot. And Jack Me Hoff calls. 2 aces, ace of hearts, 2 hearts on the flop. I think we're going to start off by betting here. And we can just start off betting kind of small. And go for the check call on the turn. It's a really bad turn card. It's a really above average river card. But still may not make us the best hand, but it does. Got him. We'll check after. We're going to pot down here on table 3. We get the 2 kings. We had a looks like a limper, so let's 3-bet this one, boys. Ace-5 suited makes a perfectly good 3-bet. Let's catch up here and talk about these hands. So, on table 3, we just went with the kings. Looks like there was a button limp and a big blind limp, and we just raised the pot +1. Ace-jack, small blind into big blind, standard raise. So the ace-5 suited. Verse and under the gun raise, I'm going to use ace-5 suited and ace-4 suited as 3-bet candidates because they play pretty well when called in a 3-bet pot. I'm going to be folding most of my other suited aces except ace-10 and above. I'll be calling mostly and maybe 3-betting like the ace-king suited. On an ace-3-4 flop, 3-bet pot, we're either way ahead, way behind, so I really like checking back, taking a street out of the betting. Would possibly even check 2 streets back. Now I'm going to go ahead and time down and make the call. And unfortunately, when he's got a bigger ace, he's just going to win chips from us. Because we check back flop, we're extremely under-repped. So we're going to be paying off river bets. I think the river's just going to be a check back with our showdown value. Our hand actually looks like kings, so he could actually still be checking a better hand. Or he has something totally missed and wouldn't have paid us anyway. But, yeah. So, there we go. Queen-jack offsuit under the gun. Definitely not strong enough to be playing at a full table. So we're going to go ahead and make the fold there. I don't know how these guys in these 5-cent, 10-cent tables play. I'm perfectly okay making a 3-bet here, though. Make it slightly larger. And it's just a 3-bet bluff, folding. I think ace-3 is a little bit too weak to call. I think I could have called ace-4 or ace-5. Ace-deuce, ace-3, and maybe like 6, 7, 8. I could consider 3-betting those. On this flop now, on table 1, pretty much half the bet. Yeah, I mean, we've got all over pairs in our range, and we flopped a pretty good draw here. Over on table 2, there was a raise from early middle position with the ace, and I just called with the ace-9 of hearts from the big blind, getting a good price. I think he made it 3.5x. Would always be calling suited aces there, getting the price, but not going to continue with bottom pair versus early position range. Again, this is just something fun for me to do, something I enjoy doing. The Hand History Lounge is actually not a training site like a conventional training site. There's conventional training sites out there that are great. I'm a member of one. I swear by one. Yeah, I mean, there's some really good information out there. What the Hand History Lounge is, though, is I don't think there's a place out there where you can actually take your hands and bring them to a professional who makes a living playing poker in the live cash games in today's climate, and you can actually get feedback on the hands that you play. Sure, there's a lot of forums and stuff out there, but you don't know who's giving you the feedback and how respected that feedback is. And it'd be great if we could, just bring our hand to a Daniel Negreanu or, somebody like that, Phil Ivey, Doug Polk type, and they would just answer our questions. But not all of us have access to that. So the Hand History Lounge is a place where you can do that. Where you can bring your hands, and I guarantee to answer every single one, put some kind of input into every single one. And Andrew Nemi also pops in, and he also is a winning 5-10 reg at Bellagio, and he will answer your questions too, and is part of the community. Being a member, but down here on table 3, it was checked all the way around. I think if anybody's going to call, they'll likely bet on the river, so I'm just trying to work in a check raise. It didn't work. It checks through. We ended up winning the pot, so be it. Back to the Hand History Lounge. We have special things. In December, we're going to do our first meetup game where we will all get together, play some poker. I will step away from the table, watch some, or look at some of the players' hole cards as they play, and give constructive feedback after the hands. We're going to kind of have a fun time. I'm going to buy some dinner, but we're going to use it as a training grounds as well. Um, Obviously, if there's anybody else who ends up at the table who's not part of the Hand History Lounge, then that won't happen. But um, as long as people are all in the lounge, we'll get our money's worth. Um, but I think it fills a gap in the market. Just think to yourself, how much would you pay to bring your hands to one of the winning regs, say one level or two levels above you, who would give you constructive feedback on exactly how you played a hand, and not just to where you're doing like we're doing now, where you're just watching me play. Because obviously everybody has a different style, but I think the better players all think about poker in a pretty similar manner, in a winning way. So check it out, www.handhistorylounge.com. All the info's on there. Shoot me or Andrew a message on Twitter if you have any more comments or questions. I'm Benton Blakeman on Twitter, and Blakeman Poker on Instagram. Feel free to reach out. Love to hear from you. After Andrew and I have done all of our videos, the calling out show that we do occasionally on his YouTube channel, I have a lot of people come up to me now at Bellagio, come say hi. That's awesome. Please do that. If you're out at Bellagio, you enjoyed the videos, you enjoy these videos, whatever it is, come stop by, say hi. I love meeting people. If you can't find me, look for the guy in the UNLV hat and big beard, most likely. No, just ask for me. All the floor people can point you the right way. From the small blind, hands like King 7 offsuit seem like they don't play too well. But if we look at the odds that the pot is laying us, we have 50 cents in there, 10 cents more to call. 5 to 1. I mean, that's pretty attractive odds. Um, Toss in a half small blind. I'm pretty much going to be completing with most of my small blind range, other than the absolute like stone bottom of the range. So I'm going to be folding hands like 7 deuce and 9-3 off and 9-3-4. Pretty much any two suited cards. You're giving me 5 to 1. I'm gonna toss in the half of a big blind. Obviously, we'll do a lot of check folding, but I don't think that really matters in the long run because we're just working with the price that the pot is going to be laying us. I put some music or something on in the background, but I don't understand how all the copyright stuff works, and I'm honestly just pretty much computer illiterate and inept, and I'm better off just left at a poker table, I guess. But I figured we'd try something new. I don't know why I wasn't on that waiting list. Thought I was on it already. We have a gut shot straight here, so gut shot straight draw here. So we're going to kick it off with a bet. We don't block spades. Doesn't really matter what we block because we win. Blind versus blind on table 1. I'm just going to fold the queen 3 off because I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do. Honestly, I mostly chop the blinds when playing live. I always offer to my opponent, what would you like to do? Chop or play? And I'm fine chopping, but so in close spots, I'll just fold. Down here on table 3, we raise the 10-9 of hearts, and now the big blind leads right into us. I think with a gut shot draw, we should definitely be calling. Kind of similar scenario up here on table 1 where we raise the button and get led into by the blind with a pair and a straight draw. So we'll just be calling both spots. Table 3 on the turn, we picked up the open and straight draw. And gonna have to be folding rivers. 9, 2. Yeah. And still back on table 1. Pair and an open ender. We'll be calling again. And on the river, on table 1, I'm going to be folding. Don't beat much. The fact that I have the club in my hand makes it less likely that he is bluffing with clubs. It's one less club for him to have in his hand. The fact that we have a 10, it's less likely that he's bluffing a straight draw, because that's a one less 10 for him to have in his hand. So we're going to go ahead and fold. Give it to him. Down on table 3, facing a raise and a re-raise from the small blind, we'll be folding ace-10 offsuit. Up on table 1, open the jack-10 offsuit from the cutoff and take it down. So from the hijack in table 1, I would normally be folding 10-9 off, but the fact that the cutoff posted behind us puts a little bit extra money out there. I decide I'm going to go ahead and 4-exit, try to take control of the pot, try to essentially buy the button. On an ace-9-6 flop, we flop middle pair. Perfect spot to check back. On the ace pair's the turn, I'm going to go ahead and start betting. Bet about half pot, I think is good. Can still get called by worse, also denies equity to a few better, not better hands, but a few hands that will not call our bet, but that have equity versus 3 outs or more. Alright guys, coming upon the 20-minute mark, and I was about to say we were going to make the ace-king our last hand down on table 3, but they all folded to us. On table 1, no reason to bet the queen, just check. And let's go out here with a bang here. On table number 3, we have ace-queen, cutoff limps, or hijack limps, cutoff isolates. We're going to go ahead and raise it up. About 4.5x or so from out of position. I like to size my 3 bets to 3.5x in position, 4.5x out of position. Versus essentially a click back. I think of these stakes, at the higher stakes we play, we can't just go folding hands like ace-queen. But at these stakes, they play pretty straightforward. So I hate to fold given such a good price, but I don't think calling out of position is going to be profitable. And if we were to 5-bet, we're just 5-betting getting it in, because I don't think we can 5-bet fold. It would be way too much of our stack. So we're going to go ahead and fold the ace-queen off. Again, versus higher stakes versus more competent players. I don't think we can start folding ace queen there. Although I might versus some, like thinking about games to Bellagio. There are definitely some players who I would still fold it, make an exploitive fold first, but I think you can make a lot of exploitive folds at like games like 10 cent, 20 cent, which would be equivalent to like a 1 and 2 no limit uh, game in the casino, probably skill level wise. Down on table 3, ace 10, going to start off with a bet, probably looking to 3-barrel decent runouts, considering we did not have blockers to the flush draw, and we had a pretty good range advantage. We'll take a look back at that hand. So empty pockets was a limper, and then called the raise. Based on our range advantage and the fact that we don't block diamonds, and we blocked him from having hands like ace queen and ace jack, I think it would make a pretty good 3-barrel, assuming a diamond doesn't come off. Table 1, we get 3-bet with a queen 10 of spades, but it was a min 3-bet. So in position, min 3-bet, definitely have to call. And now we're going to go ahead and turn our hand into a bluff. And hope that he just has ace high hands. How much do I want to bet? I think we can go. Expect him to call a lot here. And then I'm just going to overbet the river. Put him to a test. But it's good enough. The 8s, small blind limps on table 1. We will raise to 3x. He calls. Flop jack 9-4. He checks. I think we're going to go ahead and check back. Again, we have a hand that can get to showdown and win at showdown. Still checking back the 8s. Probably will definitely bet the river for value if he checks the river. He does. We're going to go ahead and bet about 4 into 6. Folds. Down on table 4, hard luck min raised to 40. We 3-bet to 140. Your ATM cold calls. And hard luck calls. I think it's pretty standard. Just see about the flop. Take it down. Raise the button, pocket deuces, table 1, and raise from, I don't know, under the gun 2 or low jack or somewhere like that. Probably a little loose-ish with ace 10 off. Oh, we found the above average flop, fellas. Ladies and gents, we got us a set. It's the bottom of the sets, but it's still a set. And we're going to bet 3/4 pot when check to. Betting multiple ways here. Table 2, we're going to go ahead and check ace high, because I like playing pretty straightforward. Table 1 definitely could have re-raised. Definitely could have re-raised, decided to call. I think going to still go for a bet when check to. Oh, he's just owning us. He check raised us twice. He check raised us twice. Oh, man, that would have been so painful. It could have been so painful if the board would have just paired. He got in the check raise twice, and then... That's so funny. That is so funny. 2 check raises. Your ATM. Wow. I mean, obviously we shouldn't be calling, but I kind of want to. Just to see his hand to see what he check raises twice with. Um, I mean, we blocked diamonds, so he shouldn't have diamonds. Yeah, whatever. Let's try to guess his hand first. I'm pretty sure he's got a 5. So let's go with like 5. I'm gonna go with ace 5 of diamonds. Ace 5 of diamonds. That's my final answer. 2 5s with the 5 of diamonds. We knew he had the 5 of diamonds. I just wasn't sure what the other card was. Here's a pro tip. When you know you're beat, don't call in the river. Even if it's only $4.50. Table 3. Called on the button with the jack and the 8 of spades. I think it's perfectly fine. I play a lot of hands from the button. We flop 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush, checks to us. We definitely have a ton of 9s in our range, so we can start off betting. Turn is not too good. When he check calls flop, he's going to have a lot of ace-high hands in his range. So it would take like many big bets to maybe get him to fold, and I'm not in the business of trying to get people to fold top pair too often. So we go ahead and check it back. Expect him to bet a pretty high frequency here on the river. And I'm going to be folding. Table 3, I kind of missed it. Oh, I opened the ace 10 on table 3. Got flatted from behind. The big blind shove for not even 4x my bet. I didn't want to re-isolate ace 10 off, but I didn't want to fold either, so I just called. And the guy behind me called. Dry side pot, queen 10x flop. And I just check folded to his pot size bet. Pocket 5s on table 1. I raise to 3x. Dead to you. 3 bets us. And we get an above average flop again. Flop a set. We're going to call again. Let's see if we can trap ourselves in here again. He's just betting. I think at this point, pocket 8s on table 3. Just call or raise from the button out of the big blind. Yeah, I think at this point, with what's in there, we can just... There's enough draws where we can get him to commit. So I think we should just go ahead and shove. He seems to like his hand. On a cleaner turn, say the turn's like a 9 of clubs, or an 8 of clubs, maybe even a 7 of clubs, deuce of clubs. Like all those cards, I'm fine just calling again, letting him keep the lead to the river. But on that board, I think I'm okay shoving, because I'm going to have some bluffs that I could shove too. Table 1, the deuce and the 5 of clubs. Go ahead and call. Getting a really good price again. Take a flop. Relatively good one for our hand. Definitely above average. What hands can we have here? Well, Versus the razor. Bet raise. Bet raise. Bet raise. I think versus a bet and a raise, we should be folding this. Not too happy about it. But anyway, had it not gone bet raise, had it gone bet fold, I could definitely make a case for a check raise because I'm going to have king 3 suited, king 4 suited, 3-4 suited, pocket 3s, pocket 4s. And I've got a backdoor flush draw, so definitely could have been on board for a check raise. Didn't play out that way, though. Ace king on table 3, three-handed. Just go ahead and check it back. Fold on the turn, three-handed. What am I doing here? Okay. Over on table 4, I raise the button with the ace 4 offsuit and gonna c-bet. And oh baby, above average turn there for sure. Turn the straight. Now 18 in there. I think we're gonna go ahead and go for the over bet here. Get some money in. No, and he folded. Back on this table here. I think we missed this one. King 10. Button opens. King 10 from the small blind. We went ahead and 3-bet. And I think that's perfectly fine. I think I definitely want to have some 3-bets in my small blind range. So some suited broadways function as a pretty good 3-bet there. Table 3, ace 10. I'm going to go ahead and call. Same reasons as we've been talking about, getting a pretty good price. Whiffed the flop pretty hard, so we will go ahead and check and look to be folding pretty much always. Anyway, I'm going to finish up these laps, guys. I'm going to unclick the blind buttons and unclick the blind buttons. We'll finish up these laps and call it a video. It went a lot longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. I had fun doing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some use out of it. If you like talking poker, if you don't have a circle of friends who you truly trust, who you can really run hands by, and who you feel like you can really learn from, visit us at www.handhistorylounge.com. Get all the info you need there. Sign up, click the button, make the payment. Only $40 a month. Unlimited hand history review. Great community. Our players are getting better and better, and lots of discussion going on about hands, and I guarantee you I will answer all your questions as you post them. Let's win a few pots on the way out the door here. Open the King Jack offsuit on this table. Half pot bet into us. We've got the 2 overs and a gut shot. We'll go ahead and call once. And fold the turn when the spade hits. Table 2, King Jack of Hearts. After an under the gun limp, we will go ahead and isolate to 4x and raise to $2. We've got 2 calls behind us. I think betting is fine. I think I could have a lot of options here, but a bet seems okay to start off with. That was quite unexpected, but yeah, I mean, we're going to fold, and the reason we're going to fold, like, we could have the best hand. I think he has a draw a whole lot, but we're going to have so many better hands to call here. We're going to have sets of jacks. We're going to have sets of 7s, sets of 8s. We're going to have jack 8 suited sometimes. We're going to have 4 different combos of 9, 10. Obviously, we're going to have aces, kings, queens, which I'm not sure if we're always calling aces, kings, and queens, but we'll have those hands. Um, whether they're actually better than king jack is debatable because kind of rather have a jack to block him from having a set. But uh, either way, the point is we definitely have a whole lot of hands that we could call here in place of this one. So we're going to go ahead and fold. Unfortunately, give it to him. Not too happy about it, but hey, that's life. That's the way it works in poker. So it is what it is. Go ahead and fold this hand. And guys, that is it for video number 2. Video number 1 was released last night. It was strictly on playing pocket pairs. This is the first one that I actually just let the camera roll the whole time and talked about all the different spots. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back. We'll do another one soon. Take care.